Hopefully everything is working fine. I'm not too quiet, am I? I'd hope not. That'd be annoying. Let's raise the gain a little bit. Cool. By the way, you guys won't be able to hear the Unity program itself because, there's really not much of a reason for it, and I'm kind of alone at the moment, which is why I'd rather do things like listen to music or have you guys listen to your own music or whatever you want to in the background, so we don't have to worry about copyright problems, essentially. So yeah, put on whatever music or whatever the hell you want in the background in the meantime. I'm just gonna be working on this. Oh yeah, say hello to the third monster in the game. Oh, it looks way brighter in this. Let me just turn that off. There we go, get rid of the post-processing. Something looks different. Let me see. Is it the lighting? No, it's not the lighting. Was there weird light mapping issues here? What happened? What's going on? Oh, it's the light probe. Huh. The reflection probe, rather. Interesting. Bake. Maybe it'll help. Partially helps. Bake that too. What's the color different? I think that's the issue. Fake metal, and this one has shaft metal. Yeah, why the hell does this one have fake metal? Revert. There you go. Fixed. Let's just get all these little things to have the reflection probe in set. Makes it a little prettier. Okay, so we got these ones. It's not necessary at all, I just wanna. Alright. Now then. Now that everything looks back to normal. Currently, I am not doing anything in particular. At the moment, there is a few things I could probably show off, though, so let's just do that. Actually, yeah, let's turn off this monster for the moment. By the way, if any of you guys want to talk to me directly, I do have a Discord link down in the description of the stream. And then if you're in the Discord, you can talk to me. I'm in the Discord voice chat right there. Oh yeah, I forgot I did this weird thing that just didn't work. Right, I'm gonna fix that real quick. I almost forgot about that. No, revert this. Yeah, use the good one. The new one isn't useful, so. Hello.
One more.
What's up, Greg?
Uh,
Are you watching the stream?
yep.
All right, cool. Currently, I'm just trying shit out.
Oh, I'm hearing your voice on stream, and off stream, and it's really annoying. So I'm just gonna mute the stream.
Yeah, just mute the stream. Just keep it visual if you need to.
um,
Alright, so here's the little skin things. Little pedestals that you walk on and you change your skin.
oh,
There's a tailoid. There's Willy the Pooh. We don't talk about that. And Banjo.
cool.
So yeah,
Presumably, they'll have some more details telling you what you're about to get yourself into.
what do you mean? What?
I'm just saying, presumably, there'll be some more details so that you know which one is which.
Oh yeah, the pedestals eventually. Yes, I'm having my artist work on that soon.
Soon.
Soon, TM, because right now he's doing other shit. So I have this key, mostly just for testing purposes right now because I don't have a door to open it with. But I tested it and it does work for actually opening doors. So the idea is that eventually I'll give it a script which gives it specific colors to specify what door it goes to. Because originally they had like a tag on it, but actually, now that I think about it, is it possible that I could give it a tag now that I've changed a bit of it? Nah, it's fine. It looks fine that way. I'll figure that out later. So yeah, these things, by the way, in case anyone was wondering, there's going to be a training room in the next demo, or rather the full game, where you can test out all your abilities. So this is the stabbing bag, and this is the little eyeball substitute. It hurts. Oh, seems my stream might be dying. Alright.
Yep, it just skipped over. Cool.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I have this hammer thing that hits you.
And I see you're working on the vents.
I'm working on the what?
Like, you were working on the vents. I don't know if you're still doing it.
No, the vents are essentially done. So yeah, basically you can test out all your like offensive options with this stuff, like the parry that I just showed off. The fact that you can block anything if you're close enough, like if you do it right. The timing is actually pretty difficult, so I'm not sure how useful that'll be to some people, but... Oops, I missed. And I missed again. Yeah, the timing is dependent on the animation time, so if you're able to do it during the short amount of time you have there, you can block. This one is slightly different. The only real difference is that this one can actually hurt you. Oops, a little bit of lag spike there. This one can actually like hurt you by forcing cotton out of you. And if you get hurt, well, little cotton bits. And you just heal up. And this one is a new one, which is it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hit you, but it makes a lot of noise. Currently on stream, you can't really hear Unity anyways, so just why not? I could make it so that people could hear it, honestly. There's no reason not to at this point. Let's see. Alright, can people hear it on stream?
Give me a moment.
You should be able to hear like music and stuff. So yeah, at the moment there's no actual sound like in place. I need my sound designer to make a proper bell sound. But for the moment,
I'm gonna switch to muting you on Discord because I can hear you stream now.
So yeah. So hopefully there's sound. Um,
Mm.
there we go. And the
Keep
idea is with this
bouncing
one,
off stuff is the best.
the idea with this one is that you can actually block sounds using the cape. So you can just absorb sounds essentially, which is very useful in this game because one of the monster's main attacks is to just fuck you up by making lots of sound. All right, that's all I wanted to show off right now. Just wanted to show that off a bit. Now though, what I want to do is work on this fat ass. Come here. Right, so the problem currently with this guy is it's not exactly a problem, it's just something I gotta figure out. Right now is he has a charging attack where he will just like jump really, really powerfully. And that attack is very fast and he's going to just zoom right at you. And what I need to do is give it a particle effect that will work pretty well for several of the attacks he has. So I have to think of a decent particle effect for his horns, his tongue, and his bull charge attack. Oh, and his feet too, but that's a little different. I'm gonna try something here, which is going to be a particle effect that looks like hopefully a type of sonic boom. And that's kind of what I'm thinking in my head. Let's see, effects, particle system. Come here. How am I gonna do this? I think I'm gonna need a subparticle emitter, but the main one. How could I get that sonic boom effect? Do I have to create a mesh?
You might.
What?
You might have to do a mesh because, like, a sonic boom is very different from a point particle, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna probably let's go with a cylinder for now, just to get something in there that has like a decent shape, somewhat like it. Not quite, but somewhat like it. I do not want it facing me though, that's for sure. So let's do it local. It's not great. Also, let's just really slow down that emission because that's really annoying. Shape of the emissions. There's two ways to go about this. One is creating a crap ton of particles that go into the shape of a sonic boom. The other is making one big fat particle that acts as the main sonic boom. And I'm thinking the second one is a better option at this point.
That seems reasonable.
That seems what?
That seems reasonable.
Yeah. Let's see, do I have a cone? Yes, I do. I do have a cone. Pretty sure I created a cone mesh specifically for the sake of the visual acuity of the monsters. So they all have like a little cone mesh in there somewhere. So this might be useful for something. Problem is the default particle system just doesn't work well with this, so... What else do I got? No. Yeah, the main issue here that I'm seeing is the complete lack of... Oh, wait, actually. Wait a minute. Let me check something. Pause. How's this? What's this look like from this angle? Okay, let's quickly just decrease the speed over lifetime to 0. Restart. Start lifetime, let's make it 1, just so it doesn't last excessive amounts of time. Decrease the size of the cone radius just a little bit for now. Eventually I'll probably put it to 0, it's not really the point here. Now then. Not what I'm looking for. Not quite what I'm looking for either, but interesting. This is
That's
just a
definitely
movement.
not expected to be.
That's not the... I'm on the wrong thing. I'm looking at rotation. Ooh, that is not the expected rotation. Interesting. Well, I obviously want a different axis from that, so... There we go. That's better.
Doesn't look like... Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, it's like a little spinny top. See, this is how I work with things. I generally just go with okay, random between two constants. No, I want it to be pretty consistent. What if I make it like 1,000? What if I make it 10,000? Okay, then it stops looking good. Let's try with 900. 2,000. 3,000.
That's...
Interesting. Not great, but interesting. Let's reduce the radius to nothing. And just have it look like that the whole time. Interesting. Not quite what I'm looking for, but it's interesting. So let's try with different materials to see how it looks. That one looks fun. Well, this is an interesting effect, but it doesn't look like a sonic boom. That's for sure.
Yeah, it looks more like a tornado.
Which is not bad. Like that's something I could probably work with.
That really looks like a... That really looks like some sort of fast-moving propeller or something.
What happens if I increase the emissions? Yup, I figured. Yeah, it looks like some kind of crazy propeller movement. Or tornado type thing. So yeah, I could use that for something eventually, but at the moment though, nah, not what I'm looking for.
So, I mean, the obvious problem with the sonic boom, right, is that it's got this really weird shape. Like,
Yeah,
it's not a particularly weird shape, actually. It's just like, it's basically, um, just a spherical shell, right?
it's not quite. Well, visually sometimes yes, but it's more of a cone, but like the cone is cut off. So yeah, just gonna have to make another mesh for this. I think if I want it to actually look good.
The other thing that's really going to be interesting is how it's going to move. Yeah, and you're almost going to certainly need a new material for it too.
The material part is actually not that difficult. I have plenty of materials that could possibly work for that. Let's see. Alright, let's stop that for now. Let's create something else then. Pro Builder, give me something. Give me a cone. That was quick.
I think I'm gonna grab a snare.
Alright. Height 2, radius 1, build the cone. You can make a monster that makes windows hit the walls, creating noise. Oh, I see what you mean. No, I already have a monster that's for the windows. It's going to be the tree that scratches the windows, and I also have another monster that kind of creates wind noises. I wasn't sure what you meant by that. Yes. So let's quickly do this. First thing I probably have to do is get rid of these. And then grab one of these. No, grab all of them. Make a loop around them, little edge loop there. Expand this upwards a little bit. Grab all these, delete them. Done. Well, mostly. I'm going to make it a little bit better. Let me just grab this ring. Okay, doesn't want to. Let's do this then. Okay, so I'm gonna do it this way. Every other ring bit. Should have thought about that. Can't do it perfectly, damn it. Alright, kill this whole thing. Start again. Won't take me very long. Cone. Where'd it go? Ah, here it is. Come here. Needs an even number of sides, otherwise this is not going to work properly. There we go. Built the cone. Just for ease of shaping, let's quickly create the smoothing tool. There we go. So now all the sides are smoothed together to look more consistent. Right, what was I doing again? Ah, yes. Grab all the faces on the bottom, delete them. Grab all the vertices at the top, create an edge loop, bring it up a bit. Grab all the faces on the top, get rid of them. All right, I immediately created the shape. That took me no time at all.
So one thought I just had while I was
What?
going
Say
through my
again?
snacks
Yeah. One thought is
was that my thought was would it be a cone or a ring? Well, I guess there isn't much
could be
difference.
both. When it comes to particles, you're allowed to add more stuff. There's no reason to not use both. But with a
I'm just
ring,
trying to
it's much
think of
easier
what
to do. A ring is much easier to do though, so we could do both, and it could still work. You know?
because I'm just trying to think of what this thing's gonna look like, right? And I'm thinking a ring would be almost what you'd want it to look like, right?
Partially.
I don't know. I don't know.
Depends on the person. Like again, it's more of a how does it actually look like, and more of a how do I want it to look like. I just want it to look like they're going stupidly fucking fast. That's all I care about. Because they are going stupidly fucking fast. It's an attack that can hit you from basically from one side of the house to the other almost. Yeah, it's a really, really fast one. So let's see, a little bit of mesh control there. There we go, nice and simple. Right. Should it be the same one or a different one? What looks better? I think. Yeah, that one's better. This looks interesting. I wonder how it looks in the actual thing. So let's first do this. There we go, I've set a more consistent material for it. And now I need to like play around with its UV mapping, otherwise I'll not know for sure if it actually looks decent. So let's find a random material to work with. Let's say... sure, why not this? This might work. Ooh. That looks interesting. Okay, now then, UV mapping, let's go. Let's make it... That's interesting. How does this look? Okay. Maybe something like this is better to test with. Yeah, probably better to test with this because you can't even see it. Where'd it go?
What are you trying to test exactly?
Just how it would look with a certain material. Yeah, like this. See this shape that is like that is creating with the material.
Mhm.
You can barely see it, but it's there. I'm trying to make it like work universally for most particle-based materials. Technically, you don't need that, but it's more of a factor of just ease of use.
Oh, looks decent.
Somewhat decent. So I'm going to try with a different material too, just to make sure. Let's try the fairy dust one. That'll work. Grab all of them. Fairy dust. Apply. There. Ooh, that's interesting. That actually doesn't look too bad. Although I'm going to have to definitely modify it a little bit. Oops. No, don't grab stuff over there. Please stop. Stop. Unity, stop. There we go. For the moment, let's just disable the pedestals and the random training room stuff just for a little bit. Makes it easier for me to work with things. All right, so what would work best here? Bigger? Looks like bigger. Yeah, a little bit like that. That might work.
Oh, that does kind of look like sort of a spot or something, right?
A little bit. I'm just trying to make it like ever so slightly fuzzy at the edges. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. However, I do not want it to be so obviously not smooth at the edges.
Yeah.
See if I can fix that. Gotta do this. Gotta stretch them out a little bit. Oh, that looks better. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I kind of like this. Like if you look at it from this angle, for example. So I think it looks pretty good. Or from this angle too. Look at that. Pew.
Yep. So
From the bottom and from the front, looks pretty good.
it does look sort of like I don't know, like a jet of some kind.
The
Which
what?
is, I guess, like a jet of some kind.
Ah.
Like some sort of, I don't want to say an exhaust plume, but that kind of thing. I don't know what it's called.
Hey, honestly, if it looks like that, that's pretty good. Because that sounds better than what I was trying for. Alright, so I've set the pivot. Good. I'm going to call it something. Let's call it, Sonic Cone. There. Just to give it a name more than anything. What I want on this, just export it as is into custom meshes. I have a lot of things here. Just make a little particles folder just in case I need to make more stuff like this. Sonic Cone Object Mesh. Done. Where is it? Sonic Cone. There we go. There's the mesh. It doesn't have the material applied to it because I don't need it to. With the particle systems and how they work, you just need to have the mesh in place. And that should do it. Let's see. Put that there. Don't spin like that, please. God, that looks bad. Alright, so...
That looks so janky.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go. Oh boy. Alright, let's just increase this and stuff just so I can like get a better view of what the hell I'm doing. Stick around, gotta keep moving on. Flip rotation, no. Is there like a start rotation? Yes, 3D start rotation. And I would like it to be, I guess, about 90? Not there. Not there. No. I think that'll work. Let's see. And then rotation over lifetime. Something like this. Nope. Wrong one. Also wrong one. Maybe it's the x-axis then. What? What axis does it have to turn on then? Strange.
I have no idea what it's doing, but it sure looks cool.
That's very strange. Maybe if I do like something like that. No. Oh, close. Oh, this is weird. Honestly not sure what's going on there. Oh, this is probably... Duh. Alright, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of all this random crap. There we go. I'll make it spin a bit faster. Yeah, that should look fine. Let's see. Size over lifetime. Because it can't be the same size the entire time, right?
Yeah.
So, I think it should start off at a relatively big size. Like, decent size. And then just fucking blast it upwards. So it'd be something like, yeah, like that.
And then
Something like
theoretically it should also have opacity over time, but that's a different thing.
It should have a what?
Well, theoretically it should sort of just fade out at the end, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing that too. I'm just trying to make it so that at the moment it just expands quickly. And like, sort of stays there, you know? Maybe a little... I need to add something. There we go. Yeah, like that. Something like that. Maybe it gets a little bigger. Yeah, like that. Okay, so that's the size over time. Where is the color? There it is. Color over lifetime. And here's where you specify the thing that you just mentioned. So, new.
Just waiting to finish stream to catch up to you.
I know.
Oh, that's nice.
I wonder if it's big enough. That's the real question. Let's throw this over
Well,
to...
we won't know
the...
until you attach it to the big boy.
Yeah, that's the thing. I have to attach... Well, not exactly attach it, but I just want to, you know, like, test it out, see how it looks. That kind of thing. Oop. Nope. Just do this in the meantime, just to see. More than anything. Yeah, it needs to be bigger. That's way too small. It's gotta be at least twice as big. So let's just... Where is the start size? There we go. Make it 2. 2.5. That doesn't look bad.
I think it would look really good if it was, you know. I think it'd be decent if, you know, we had it all working together, right? But it's not, you know, it's, you know, animated and then you have this and then like jump through it, right?
Oh yeah, don't worry, don't worry. Everything's already set up. I'm just trying making the particle system. It's more of a... I gotta make sure the particle system works first. Let's see. So... Now that we have this, let's create a particle subemitter. And let's make silly rings or whatever. Like a ring that expands even more or something. Ring.
It goes from inside, like through the walls.
It doesn't matter. You're not gonna see the outside.
True. I was more saying like it starts on the inside of the particle you currently have, and then it goes outside. So it'll look cool.
Why isn't it? Oh, it's because it's a low emission. Probably. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I have to make this not emit 1 per second, and it can't be a rate over time thing. It has to be like a burst at the beginning. Or a couple bursts. Yeah, let's go with da and you produce 2 and 2. Da. You get 1 cycle. That's it. You're done. And you will also automatically destroy yourself once you're done. Just so you don't like leave remnants of yourself all over the place. Whew, alright. What else? You need the sub-emitters at birth, yep. Ah, there we go. Now it does something. That looks very strange. What happens if I turn off the rotation? Got it. Okay, that does not matter then. Ah, that looks nice. Start lifetime, let's make it 0.5. Start size, oops, no. Start size, let's make it like 8. That's terrifying looking. What the hell? Alright, how does this look? Oh, that might not look bad. Ooh, actually, that could work really well for this.
Right, then very, very right there.
All right, let's see. This particle system, I think, is done. This like sonic boom one, at least for the most part. Hmm. I could make progressively bigger rings, but the main issue there is that it just would take too long. Actually, now that I think about it, I should probably add something like that here. Position, 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 position. I need a scaling concept there. No, let's not do that yet. No reason to do that quite yet. Alright, so it destroys self. This one just exists, I guess. Actually, that's an interesting idea. What would happen if I did this? lightning. Alright, seems that adding it like that just doesn't work very well, so... That'll be interesting. Alright, and the sonic boom one. I think it's good for now. Let's put it in here. Particle handler. Yeah, I think so. Rotation offset. What's its rotation here? 0. And what's the rotation of the sonic boom here? 90. Got it. Don't use skinned mesh. There's no reason for that. And don't bother with that. Alright, that might cause something interesting. Actually, let's give it a different name. Sonic Boom Body. And then maybe another one for the tongue. Tongue tip. I have so many things.
I was about to say that's a lot of animations you have there.
Animations? These are just components, man.
Oh, I thought I was scrolling through your animation.
Oh, you mean here? You mean in this stupid thing over here? I'll let the stream catch up.
That is a lot of components, though, yes.
Yeah, and each component has a ton of things in it too, so. So much shit. Anyways. I need the bull charge thing to actually call upon the particle creation thing. So, what was it again? It was just, I could do it by name or I could do it by spawn particle. By the actual particle itself. Either one works. Now you've got to go for the name because of how the particle is actually the same thing. Alright, so it goes like this. And right before it jumps, right as it jumps, pew! Animation event. What does that animation event do? Calls a particle. What was it? Find particle. Actually, what is the name of it? I keep forgetting. Yeah, find spawn particle. Ah, it decides to use that one. Okay, then it's going to be the ID 1. So this should spawn the sonic boom particle as soon as it does anything. Alright, well, now it's time to test it.
Where should the event be occurring?
It's going to be occurring... Oh, whoops, these particles are still up and running. Let's get rid of those. Wait, did it not kill itself? I'll check that later. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Hello. Good boy. Alright. Start hitting it a bunch. Just to get it angry and lower its life, because the whole point of it is to lower its life right now. There it is. That's what I want. Come on, follow me. Hit me. I did not see it come out. I did see the lightning though, so that's cool. Oh, ow. Ow, stop it. No, don't do that. Okay, well, whatever.
So I saw the
What'd you say?
I saw the lightning pretty clearly, but I didn't even really see the sonic boom part.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to see. What the issue is. Oh, he fast. Oof. All right, paused it. Okay, so the sonic booms are being spawned. I just don't know where they are. That's interesting.
Did you set their position?
Must be doing something wrong.
Go to the list of the particles and see what transform you set it to.
No, that's fine. Yeah, it's something in the code that I'm messing up here.
It could just be that the sonic boom isn't well centered or something, so it's just spawning in a place you wouldn't expect. It seems to work for the lightning plan, right? It works exactly the way you expect. This is what I was asking about. That's transformers.
No, I have an idea. Let me just make sure though. Okay, so I think that could fix it. But just in case, I'm gonna do this. Okay, should be ready soon. Yeah, because the local position thing isn't necessary if it's a non-child particle. See, when I'm doing here is, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of features here, right? The ID, the name, is child indicates whether or not the transform that it's using as its position indicator is going to be the parent of the particle or not. Which is important, otherwise it wouldn't actually do anything. But... Well, we'll see. No, that's not what I... No, don't care about that. I'm good there, thanks. I really have to balance this guy out. It's way too easy to just spam him. Okay, he's angry. Ah, there he is. Ah, there we go. Whoops, I don't know what just happened. Okay, so... Child is false, therefore it goes in here and does this. Position, which is this, plus position offset, which is nothing, so it sets the position originally to being that. I think. Yep. It says his rotation to being whatever the hell that is. And it'll create a particle and rotate it to a certain quantity based off of the space of the self. Then it'll skip all that. Alright. Alright, monster's doing its own thing for a while. Where is it? That's not what I want. Where is this? Okay, so it's at least in the right space. It's just not playing, though. That's the main problem. Let me see what happens if I... Oh, I see. That was an issue. Okay, I messed up on that. Where is it? That's what it was. Alright. It needs to not be looping. Otherwise it can't destroy itself, first off. But also I need to check what's up with the rotation thing. Oh, there's no need for me to do the rotation offset thing in the first place because, well, I don't know about the tongue, but at the very least, the armature transform is already rotated, so I don't need to do that. Okay, that should fix it. Hopefully. Let's see. Just to make testing faster, I'm going to go straight to its eyeballs and lower its life directly. 100. 100. 70. Yeah, he's already angry. Well, not angry, but set off. Okay. I want to be able to see it. Oh, it works! It works, and it looks kind of cool when you can actually see it. However, it's activating too early.
Kinda.
It's too early. That's the thing. It needs to activate a little bit more during the flight, basically. So currently it's doing it the instant it takes off, basically. But what I want it to do is to do it mid-flight so that it actually looks cool. So around there. Yeah, around here. That should do it. That's terrifying. Oh yeah, by the way, its eyeball can actually see you. The one that's on its tail. Whoa, that looks kind of cool. Oh, dodge. Whoa, what? What happened there? That was weird.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
What's happening? I shouldn't...
I think you need to move the position offset a little in the direction it's moving.
No. It's stuck. It's not destroying itself. It's still on looping for some reason. Oh, I know why. Okay. Well, it works, so that's cool. But I need to fix the actual prefab. There we go. Done. But right that it kind of looks cool. And yes, the position offset might look better if it's in front. So I'm going to try and see if I can do that.
Just because it's, the creature moves so fast, it'll look patched if it's a little more in front of it.
Yes, but I have to do it relative to the armature, not relative to the creature. So I have to do it based off of the negative y-axis, according to that. Don't ask why. It's some strange problem that happens sometimes with Blender and importing models. They do weird shit sometimes. All right, so minus y. Set it to -5, I guess, just to see what it looks like, because I don't know what it looks like yet. Yeah, that should do it. But it looks cool, right? Or at least it's getting there. There we go. He has to turn red to do the thing. Because it's like a second phase. Because his first phase, all he really does is do like cute little attacks, and that little tongue attack, by the way. Oh, actually, I should probably show off what that does. Yeah, it's kind of menacing. All right, jump at me. I missed it. I don't see it. It's definitely there, but maybe it's a little too far in front, and that's the problem. All right.
Wait, yeah, I didn't see it. Are you sure you did the right axis?
I'm going to check. That's what I'm going to check now. So I've paused it, as you can see, in a very precarious position. So let's see where this sonic boom is. Yep, you're right. It's in the wrong axis. But here's a problem that I see with this. Actually, let me check this. Let me check the code real quick. Yeah, the main issue is that the positioning offset, it's difficult to make it dependent on the position of the creature. So it's not doing it based off of the axis at all, it's just doing it based off of the world. So I can't apply that and have it look good, you know?
Yeah.
It works fine when it's like when it is child, you know? If it is a child particle. At that point it's fine, but when it's not, there's just nothing I can really do that'll work properly for all positions and rotations and whatnot. Unless I like really look into it and I don't feel like this is worth the effort. How fast does it go? This is 1 frame. That's next frame, next frame, next frame. Damn, that's fast. He doesn't hit you yet, but then afterwards, if he gets close enough, smashes you really hard. Neat. Yeah. Over here. Over here. There, good. Oh, that looks pretty cool. In fact, it could even go later in the animation. Do it again. Do it again. Yeah, I could do it a little later in the animation and it would still look pretty good. I think. See that? I'm going to eventually try as well to make it like the child to see how it looks, because I'm super curious. Ow. There we go. He angry. He in second phase. Look at me, damn it. There. Okay. Do it again. uh. Looks pretty cool. I think it's backwards, though. Interesting. Do it again. Do it again. Let me see.
It's pretty good. Maybe a tiny bit earlier in the animation because the thing kind of popped up right when it hit you.
Yeah, I know. I'm testing a thing right now. Okay, do it again. Come get me. This is when it's not child. It goes so fast. Yeah, that's why this monster is going to be absolutely terrifying once I balance it properly. Because its entire thing is you run too far, it comes to get you. You're too close, it pushes you away. And if you run too far away from it, it's going to make noises and... Oh god, get away from me. And ruin your life.
Sounds about right. No, just normal stuff. Big scary monsters making noises when you get too far away. When you get too close, it's murdering your face.
Yeah, that's kind of what this one does. Because the other ones don't do that as much. They don't murder your face too much when you get close. They just sort of keep you at bay. But this one, he goes for it. Which is kind of the point. But the reason that's important is because of the location, right? Because in most of the places they have locations to escape. This one doesn't, so he has to like pay attention to just murdering you.
I think... Oh, balancing... What just happened?
Weird stuff.
Balancing it might be a bit hard.
It's difficult because I also have to balance its personality, because the personality is what determines when it attacks and how often, depending on what the player does. Just by walking, that thing's feet can just knock you. Oh yeah, you also tend to lose lots and lots of cotton when fighting this one. This one's like one of the first high damage output ones. Okay, it doesn't look too bad, but I have an idea, and I don't think it'll work if I do the is child thing. Okay, so let's make it child type, but also let's make it at the beginning of the charge jump. Right around there. So that way the ring actually follows it as it's moving along. See how that looks.
Why did you change the rotation offset?
Because the rotation offset actually originally was backwards. It was actually facing the opposite direction.
Okay then.
So I just made it face the right way. That's it. And I was testing it before to make sure that it looked correct. Whoops. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I'll figure something out with that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this guy has a little bit of defense as well when he's like charging up the sound thing. Which is, he has on his gullet, he has like some spikes on there. Oh, that looks kind of terrifying. Oh boy, he did it again. Okay. Do it again.
I love how he throws you far away and promptly jumps at you.
That's kind of the idea. That's the idea of this guy. You're supposed to, like, if you do not know what you're doing in like the defensive department, you're kind of screwed, essentially. Yeah, those spikes he has on his gullet protect him from actually me stabbing him as easily to stop him. Because the only way to stop a monster from making noise is by stabbing it or by throwing something at its face. So how does that look? Do it again. Jump. That actually looks pretty good. Let me do something else though. Now I could actually use the offset thing that we were talking about before. The positional offset. And I'm about to die. Do it again. I need to see where the sonic boom is forming, because it's not in the right place. Come on. There we go. Oh, you're way off. Trying to get the exact position that looks the best. I think this is the best one. Let's see it in mild motion. Yeah, that looks good. Look at the stream. Look at the stream. That is terrifying. What? What'd you say?
It's just it's coming to get you.
Mm-hmm. That's what I wanted to feel like. I wanted to feel like you get one moment of oh shit and then you're done. I wanted to feel like you get that tiny oh shit moment. That your brain just barely registers, essentially. And if I do that correctly, then it should work just
Where you're
fine.
like, oh, this one's gonna be way harder, isn't it?
Yeah, as soon as it does its second phase, yeah, that's the idea. Come on, do it again.
Oh, I've been lulled into a false sense of security.
Yeah, that looks pretty terrifying. Did you see that? Oh god. Stab. There we go. The particle itself, though, lasts a little bit too long, though. So I'm going to make it last a little bit less. Yeah, start lifetime's going to have to be shorter. It's going to be about 7.5. See if that works. Save it, go back, test it. And this is typically how it goes for me. Like, this is how I typically make games. But this one has so much crap in it that it's like...
Keep testing stuff until it looks like it does it right.
Mm-hmm, essentially.
Then hopefully you get to play test and realize, oh, it actually kind of works.
Yeah, you also have to attack the tail. That's going to be the hard one to hit. Oh boy. That is not going to happen in-game normally, but that is... It's interesting to know that that works.
Just glitches through the wall.
No, not the glitch through the wall. The being launched into space part. In-game, that's not going to happen because you're in the vents, so... Oof.
I love how you're now having trouble on the first.
How I'm what?
I love how it's sort of just messing with you and it's only on the first stage.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's the thing. Like when it comes to balance on this guy, he is perfect if you don't bother him at the very start. Like if you hit him once and then run, then he's immediately just fuck you, fuck everything you stand for, fuck your wife, fuck everything, just die. And but if you just hit him immediately from the start, then it's really easy to beat him, right? That's what I want to try to get rid of. That initial part. I want that to be his baseline, you know? Also, I gotta heal up first, because otherwise I'm just gonna die. He's gonna kill me with the noise if I don't heal myself with of the noise. There we go. Yeah, doing that heals you from the noise, much like doing this heals you from the cotton loss. Okay, can you see me now? Alright, cool. You can see me. Jump! Do the cool thing! Oh god! Watch on the stream. It's about to catch up. Right? It's...
Oh, and while this guy is throwing all these attacks at you, you have to go jump on him and attack his tail.
Right. And here's the best part about this fuck. Oh god. Ow. Oh, he got me. Here's the most annoying part. You can't easily get behind him. Like, if he's angry, he's going to start making noise. And yes, that is a strategy you can employ where you just sort of heal up with the noise effects if you run away and then go back. Try to get behind him, right? You can try. But there's a reason he has a fucking tail with an eyeball on it. It's to see behind him for shit like that. So you gotta do your very best to blind the eyeball on the eye first. Because once you actually like destroy an eye, it become like make it completely blackened and blind. It just can't see anymore. Ah, there we go. It's completely blackened. Oh boy. Help. Oh. Oh, I parried him. Yes. I parried the bull rush. Okay, but I did parry that part. Oh god. And then you just gotta keep it to hitting him and stuff like that. And if you like mash it, eventually he just sort of collapses, and now he's basically dead. But in this phase though, I've made it morally ambiguous whether or not you should kill the monsters or not. So you can just decide not to kill it. Or you could decide to kill it. Depends on you. If you want to kill it, you just gotta hit it one more time in the eyes. But if you want to leave it alive, just look away. And then it disappears.
That's actually really... Oh, that's actually really spooky.
Yeah, but it just
you look
goes away.
And you look back and there's massive black particles.
Dude, it's spooky on the small one, right? Imagine the ones that are the size of a human. Which there are several. It just... Whoa, the whole thing just gone. But if you can let it live basically by letting it escape into the darkness, or you could just kill it. Whichever one you prefer. And it's really only going to have one minor effect on the actual gameplay, so it's not even something big. There we go. Yeah, it looks better that way with it being a child. And now I'm going to do it for the tongue too. So hopefully it looks good. Probably won't, but we'll see. There we go. That should work. Hopefully. Considering all the testing that had to be done just to get one damn thing to work, probably not. Okay, so like it almost works, but it's facing the wrong way, so clearly the offset is wrong. So that's one thing to change. But also it's too fucking big. Yeah, okay, so I need a scaling factor. So I was right in doing that before. Then here. What was lossy scale again? Global scale of the object. Scale relative to the parent. I need a different thing depending on if it's a child or not. These should all change real quick to add a little new thingy. Let's see. That looks weird.
It kind of does. Maybe just remove that outer ring of particles. I thought. No. Because it feels like the.
I'm just checking. Yeah, I might need a slightly different particle effect for that then.
Yeah, that just.
One that's not as big, one not as crazy.
Yeah.
Removing this because it doesn't need the ring in the smaller version. Get rid of the sub-emitters thing. And this particular emission doesn't need to be here. There we go. Nice and simple. Can also make it smaller, so. Alright, now try and grab me. Hurry up. Do the thing. That doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, that's good.
And I died. Interesting. I'm in the middle of balancing now. A huge part of balancing these creatures is looking at their personality and how it is they react to certain things. So like, as you can see, there's a lot of differences between the ones that I'm looking at. And this component right here, the creature mind, is actually more of a personality traits indicator. So it has a little personality here, which is like how optimistic it is, how much of a temper it has, how pessimistic it is, how cowardly it is, how apathetic it is, and how sensitive it is. And these affect different things in different states that it can enter into, which increase or decrease things like speed and propensity to attack. Then there's emotional stabilizing, which is how quickly it can recover or mellow out from a specific emotional state. And that also varies between them. There's the emotional values, which indicate just how much emotion of whatever thing it's feeling. Emotional thresholds, which indicate the minimum value for a specific emotion to be considered in an active state. And the maximal being how much it can feel total. So it can feel a large amount of rage in terms of the little froggy. Little froggy can get very mad. It can get scared, but it has an incredible amount of emotional stability in terms of cowardice. So like if it's scared, it'll stabilize quickly. The monsters can feel joy, rage, sadness, fear, pain, and what I just called end because I liked the reference to Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. But it basically means how bored it is. Because if you are inactive for long enough, while the monster can't see you and doesn't see you, it'll eventually just get bored. Otherwise, the monster would continue on a rampage of noise making until you die, before you even get to it.
Makes sense.
What? Making sounds, yes.
Well, makes a lot of sense. It's gotta.
Exactly, but the idea is that, at least in game, in like the actual level, they will have a certain amount of boredom already in place, just enough so that it can make enough noise for the player to be like, what is that? And kind of get an idea of where it's coming from, but then it's just going to stop. And that's when the player has to actually find it. That's kind of the concept. So that's the reason for the boredom, because it needs to be there. Otherwise, if the player happened to leave the area for whatever reason, the monster would just absolutely destroy them. It still technically could, but if it happened to be in an low emotional state towards which it wouldn't care enough to make a lot of noise or whatever, then if you left it alone for a while, it would just stop. And you can come back later. So that is an actual valid strategy. You just leave and come back later. If it happens to be calm, because if it's not calm, and if you've been fighting it already, chances are it's going to be very emotionally unstable and it's going to be doing a whole bunch of crap. Because if the monster is angry or has joy, then it's going to do a lot of crap. So yeah, I have some explanations here of the joy. The more the player gets hit or manages to create noise, the more the joy increases. For rage, the more damaged and interrupted the monster is, the more the rage increases. So like the more you actually hurt it, it gets really angry. The more the monster is interrupted, parried, and dodged, the more that this is increased. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do the dodging thing a bit more, but no, I think it's fine as is. Like if you parry it and stuff, it gets really upset. The closer the player is and the monster gets stabbed or parried, the more this increases its fear factor. So if it gets stabbed a lot and parried a lot, the closer you are, the more scared it gets. And when it's scared, it will straight up run away from you. Always. The monster will always run away if it reaches the fear threshold.
Is the place to run.
It'll just go to the closest location that's opposite your position. And depending on other strategies it has, like patrol strategies that it has way down here in the patrol section, it has an on rails, can rotate, can move, blah blah blah. Patrol randomizing chances, noise point weight, which is specifically for monsters that require a specific object to interact with, so that they will go towards said object more likely. And if it retreats to noise point, that means, if true, creature will run towards the closest point near a noise point if scared. So if it's scared, it's most likely to retreat to a place where it can make a bunch of noise. If that's turned on, that is, because it can be turned off. And again, that only applies to monsters that require an object itself to interact with, which isn't all of them. Some of them do, but not all of them need that.
It's like the kitchen sink boy.
Yeah, like kitchen sink boy is one of them. Another one is going to be the TV Krabby. Another one is going to be the fridge monster, and also the boiler tinker, and the ones that are going to be in the washing machine. I don't know about the one in the garage yet. That one I'm not so sure about yet. Same goes for the one that's going to be messing with the telephones. Then there's other big ones too, so it has that aspect to it, technically. Which is more or less the point. It's going to be a lot of that sort of thing. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of monsters that are going to use that noise point system, so I'm going to have to keep track of it very regularly. But there's also going to be several monsters that don't need it at all, because they're more like environmental noise makers.
So like currently there's the
Kermit is one of
third
them.
one, the vent one.
The first and third ones don't actually need the noise points because they just sort of make noise by walking, pretty much. So for the first one, for example, the one that makes creaking noises doesn't need it. The one that's the frog doesn't need the noise points. The wind creator, the one that makes wind noises, won't need it. The one that's in the attic won't need it either. The one that's on the roof won't need it either. The one that's in the closet and the final boss probably won't need it either. So I'd say about a third of them don't actually need that. So, which is nice for me, at least, when I have to create them.
It's a lot of monsters.
Yeah, I know, but that's kind of the idea. So the balancing has to work around that. So what I did basically is there's an issue that I have, which is the emotions directly influence how often it wants to attack, right? So what I have here is like a base attack urge that it'll always have, which is going to increase periodically over time how much it feels like attacking per second. The joy is then added onto it, then you add onto it the rage, then you subtract how much sorrow, fear, boredom, and just general noise it can hear around it to add to that sort of thing. Wait a minute. All right.
Empress Trace in 20 minutes.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna go because I always have to eat at around the same time. So this noise thing. Why is this here? What did I add this for? Why is that there? It doesn't do anything. Okay, I don't think that actually does anything, so I might have to remove that. But in the meantime, yeah, the base attack urge is affected by all the emotions, and then it's increased in time a little bit, and then it reaches a limit, and then it resets. So the problem there is sometimes it feels so much emotion that it just sort of speeds past the threshold where it decides to attack. So I think that's what's happening with the froggy here. He just sort of speeds right past his window to try and attack, essentially, within his own brain. His own brain's like, I really want to kill him. And then as soon as he feels like killing him, the window has passed, and now he doesn't feel like killing him for a little bit. And that happens a little too much. So that's why I made this max attack urge variable, just to see if that helps. That way it forces it to maintain within a certain threshold of speed of consideration of attack. So it can't just speed past that window. This is all the sort of stuff that you have to consider for these sorts of things. Okay, so right now he is getting the urge to attack. It's going up. It's steadily going up. He's going to attack again. He's going to be happy. His attack urge is at its maximum. Right. Alright, cool. Neat. Let's quickly reset all of his emotions. There we go. And now let's spam attacks. I see what the issue is. His fear factor goes up too much. And his sorrow factors. This pessimism is too high. Okay, so that's not the main issue. Okay, here's an idea.
I think I'm gonna hop off stream.
Okay,
For
that's fine. Hmm. Alright, cool. Oof. Oh, that was loud. No, it's better to get rid of this. Oh, oops. Forgot. Holy shit. Oof. Okay. That might be enough. I think that's enough for this stream, honestly. I'm going to end it now. If there's anyone else watching, that is. I can't really see that many people are watching right now, so might as well end the stream, honestly, at this point. So, yeah, that's it then. Don't know when I'm gonna do another stream like this. Wasn't super popular, so might not do it again. Alright, bye-bye.